After the drama of her divorce from the possessive Joe DiMaggio, Marilyn started a new chapter in New York City in 1955. She flew to the East Coast with plans bigger than ever. Her longtime dream was about to come true. She would soon be legally launching her own company, the Marilyn Monroe Productions, with photographer Milton Green. It was a big leap in her career. Marilyn owned 51% of the shares of the corporation, where she herself was the main asset. Milton owned the rest. It was during that time that she started attending the famous actor's studio in New York, with Lee Strasberg becoming her coach and mentor. Marilyn was deeply interested in improving her acting skills, now that the success of her own company directly depended on her as an actress. She was extremely devoted to the learning process and her teacher Lee, but her anxiety and issues with sleep only worsened during that time. It was during that time when the legend started diving deep in the psychoanalysis. Her engagement with it was serious and sustained, far more than a casual Hollywood trend. It was both a personal quest for healing and a reflection of the psychological struggles she had been facing ever since she was a little girl. Psychoanalysis was also strongly encouraged within the actor's studio community as a way to access deeper emotional truths for performance. But did it really help her become a better actress? Or did it do more damage than good? Many biographers who have studied Marilyn's life believe the latter is true. Everything that happened to her in the Big Apple changed her forever. It was in New York, where Marilyn was able to get a new start and gain more control over her career. She worked hard on improving her acting skills, which later allowed her to play more serious and dramatic roles. But above all, she valued her sense of independence there, where she did not have to always stay glammed up. She could walk down the streets of New York freely, without being worried about being recognized. Despite her not wearing any makeup as a form of disguise, guys would whistle at her. It delighted her that men were noticing her, not for her painted and groomed looks, but for who she was naturally. She loved telling the story of a taxi driver who told her that she looked just like Marilyn Monroe, only better because she didn't use so much makeup. New York offered Marilyn a more stimulating and private environment than Los Angeles. She became friends with artists, writers, and intellectuals, including Arthur Miller, whom she would later marry. This broadened her world and nurtured her intellect. Most importantly, by stepping away from the studio system, the legend began reshaping her public persona. This era of independence reflected her refusal to be pigeonholed and her aspiration to be recognized for her depth, not just her beauty.